That's a six-part question.
Yeah.
How did you feel you played today?
There's a story.
Active. And I just got back to the roots of the game and just flying around and contesting shots and running the floor.
What was
goes to the headband?
what was the cause of your slump?
I have no idea. I wasn't really thinking it was a slump until like 3 games in, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's in a slump." So then I started thinking, well, maybe I am in a slump. But really, I don't even know.
Were you frustrated at all during that stretch? I mean, did you feel like something was off with you?
I mean, yeah, like, I was frustrated because in my head, I feel like I was trying, but then when I went back and looked at it, it was just like, I don't play like that. Like, I don't know why I was doing that. And then like some of the stuff was just mistakes after mistakes, and I'm not one to make a lot of mistakes. So like when I did, and it was over and over, it was just like, I've never been in that position where, I just kept on thinking about the mistakes instead of just playing.
It's a sense of relief then today to go out there and just do so many things well.
Definitely.
What do you like better,
Tougher on
the
offense,
six?
Willie, because their matchup ability makes it a little tougher on you guys this time.
I mean, we knew that they was gonna run it. One of the big emphasis on the last week was just moving the ball, and we did a really good job of moving it and getting other people's shots. So, it worked out good.
What did you like better, the 6 blocks or the 6 steals? Both are high numbers.
Steals. Why? Because they lead the transition plays.
How much did you hear from fans on Twitter and stuff during these last week or so?
I heard a lot of positive things, and I was touched by it because last year that was happening. You getting murdered for one year losing. So this year that's what I was like, kind of like, oh, I'm going to stay off Twitter. But then I was on there and it was like real positive. So I was like, it's good that our fans is here to pick us up.
How much do you think? How much do you
I
think?
think my teammates knew, I was going to come out of it. It's just a matter of time of winning.
How much do you think that's a product of winning? That while you were struggling, the team's winning, so there's a positive. You can do it. And last year you struggle, they lose, you're a bum.
Yeah, it goes with the territory, I guess. If you win, it's good. But if you lose and you look at it differently, you kind of, I don't know. If you're winning and you play bad, then it's like it doesn't matter because you won. If you're losing and you play bad, then you're just terrible. You look like you don't belong on the floor.
Was there a point today, Willie, where you knew you were back?
When I woke up this morning.
Why were you that confident?
Because I had a really good couple of days of practice, and I felt like my normal self. And other times in practice, I was just kind of out there, going through the motions. And this time I was actually like juiced and ready to get back to producing this week.
During your little slump, a couple other guys kind of put it together and started to play better than they played. Was there a sense during that time from you that, if I can get back to the level I'm at, the way some of these other guys are putting it together, we might have all the pieces?
Yeah, definitely. And that's one thing that, that I did do when I was in that slump was, like, I wasn't down on, like, the team. Like, oh, the team's playing good and I'm playing bad. Like, this sucks. But I was like, shit, if I'm not playing good, like, don't blame me, you know what I'm saying? Like, give the other guys a chance, and they're playing good, keep them in there. Like, don't even, put me back in because, clearly, like, we got a lot of talent, so it doesn't matter who's on the floor because you're still going to produce. Like, just like the end of that game, you know what I'm saying? We still got a lot of guys that can do some things. And so it's like, it was real nice to me that, I'll still cheer on the team if I'm playing bad. Like, that's just what, that's what we do. Be your brother's keeper. So if I'm playing bad and Kari's playing good, I'm going to tell coach, like, you got to play him. Like, he's balling right now. And the last couple of games, he's been balling. And, I'm happy for him.
In return, how happy were guys for you today? You talk about being happy for their success. Could you tell your teammates were happy to see this happen to you?
Definitely. Just the energy was up more. It wasn't like, after the game, after the past game, it was like, kind of, they look at you, but not really, didn't know if, they can approach you or not. Because, you had a bad game. So, most of the time when you have bad games, you're not real approachable. But, just took it to heart, you know what I'm saying? Like, my teammates are still, out here balling. I'm going to still support them, even if I'm playing bad.